South Africans replied Chidimma over her claims that South Africans betrayed her, and then they came up to say that they did not betray her, that the mother and father betrayed her, and that if she feels that she's so much of South African, like she's truly a South African by birth or she was born in South Africa, she should provide her birth certificate. Now, I felt that if South Africans who are coming on the comment section to type this rubbish were smart enough, they should be asking the Home Affairs why Chidimma's record is being misplaced, or why Chidimma does not have a record with them. Because for them to have said that Chidimma and the mother should come forward to show their means of identification that they were born here, or it proved that they were born in South Africa, it means that the South African Home Affairs is negligent. The South African Home Affairs is not competent. The South African Home Affairs is not honest. Now, the South African Home Affairs began to drag their feet when Julius Malema became interested in Chidimma's case. You all know that Julius Malema is somebody that protects the dignity of the blacks in South Africa. And he ensures that whether you greet him or not, as far as you're a black and anything happens to you, Julius Malema will ensure that he's interested in your case. This is one thing that has made the Home Affairs very jittery and very careful how they handle the Chidimma's case. Now, I also thought that the South Africans, before they asked Chidimma to provide her birth certificate, they should have known very well that even in Africa, in some countries, there are people who give birth at home without going to register their children. Because what they do, the birth certificate helps the country to do an indirect census for the people living in that country. Now, because you feel that if the Nigerian, for example, if Nigeria now, they have not done census for a very long time, they could use the birth certificate to know how many children were born per hospital every month or every year, depending on how they want to carry on with that. And now they told you that, Chidimma said she felt betrayed. Yes, a girl who said she had spent 23 years of her life in South Africa and was born there. You wake up one morning and she has always been Chidimma additional. The question you should be asking yourself is that, where is the woman whose identity was stolen? Because if they could tell Chidimma to come forward and bring her birth certificate, it means that they too should have brought out, first of all, to say this is the woman. Her name is BCC, and this is the woman whose Chidimma's mother stole her identity. Now, some people have been of the school of thought that Chidimma's mother saw the identity thrown somewhere or mistakenly misplaced, and she took the identity. The question now is Chidimma's mother bearing the name of the person whose identity was stolen? Now, this is not a case of, we are having issues. Let us talk as adults. Let's talk like people who are reasonable. Even though you are not reasonable, try to be reasonable and listen to this conversation. Watch this video to the end and listen to this conversation, because it might help you in settling squabbles, settling issues down the road, even in your family or maybe your workplace. Now, somebody tells you that I felt betrayed. It means it's a feeling. If, for example, now I slap you, and to me, I feel slapping you because we are friends meant that, as I slapped you, it's a joke. You may not take it as a joke, and it's okay for you to feel a certain way and tell me that I didn't like the way you made me feel. It is not my position to begin to tell you, no, you shouldn't feel that way. It's like beating a baby and teaching the child how to cry. Do you understand? So if Chidimma said she felt betrayed, it is not in your place to tell her how to react or whether she is truly betrayed or not. It is not your duty to do that. So she felt betrayed by South Africans. And now the Home Affairs that you guys have been clinging on to, the Home Affairs has seized the ID and the thing was trending and all of that. That was to make her unstable while she was at the contest. But knowing who God is, you saw Chidimma throw out that event. And then on this video, I would like to say these things. Chidimma Additional was born in South Africa, and that is why she became very popular even as a child. Chidimma at 3 years, 4 years, she was already a runway model for brands, for fashion. That's a fashion runway model. She was already that, and her name was always Chidimma Additional. So why all of a sudden is Chidimma being asked where she was born. Okay, let us even take let's even accept that okay, she was not born in South Africa, but she came into South Africa for how many years? She had lived, if she was contesting for that event at 3 to 4 years, or 4 years or 3 years, and she has lived in South Africa. Let's say if it is 4 years, then she has lived in South Africa for 19 years. If it is 3 years, then she has lived in South Africa for 20 years. Isn't that enough reason for someone to be South African? It's a question. I want you to let me know on the comment. In the just concluded Olympics, I will not forget about mentioning this in every time we are talking about this Chidimma's case, because they are beginning to measure it as though, oh, Nigerians are not supposed to represent us, blah, blah, blah thing. And my question is, Okon represented you guys, represented South Africa in the just concluded Olympics. And Okon won a gold medal for South Africa. Why didn't South Africans say, oh, Okon, go and keep that gold medal. We don't want it. Take it back to Nigeria. Just go and give it to your Nigerians. Or Okon, take it back to the organizers. We don't want to collect that thing because it's not a South African that won it, but they collected it. They celebrated it, even though they didn't make so much noise, so that Nigerians will not know that Okon won it for them. Okon, of course, is not your name. Why didn't you people revolt? Why didn't you protest? Why didn't you go to the organizers and say, recall Okon? No, we don't want him. But because he was bringing a celebration to your country. All right. If Chidimma was allowed to represent South Africa, nobody would have known except the name, maybe when the name comes out. And maybe that's why you people are very upset, because you know the kind of evil you have said and done to Nigeria. So shame. That's just the reverse psychology you people use. You don't want to be ashamed of yourself, and that is why you ensured, or let's say that is why you insisted on removing Chidimma. Now somebody is saying, oh, come back, then this is home for you. How is it home? We didn't just want a Nigerian to represent us. Oh, really? But Okon in Nigeria represented you at the Olympics and you collected the gold. Okay, now in England, a lot of people play football for England. Are they from there? When they win the goal and they win everything, it still brings the glory to England. Have you ever heard where they say, no, this person is not England, is not a Brit, oh, so he cannot play for this country. They should go. Have you ever heard that before? That's to show you how backward you South Africans, especially the blacks, how backwards you are. Because if you are somebody who is a generational thinker, somebody who is looking at the front. Now, there's one of your very popular clubs in South Africa that the goalkeeper is a Nigerian. How come you people have not told him, no, don't goalkeep for us again. We don't want. Meanwhile, when this guy stood against South Africa, when it was the country-to-country football, this guy was the one that saved everything and kicked South Africa out of the race. Why didn't they say, no, you can't come back to South Africa? He still came back because his club needs him to survive. Now, until you guys understand that Nigerians are not your mate, like you people know that we are not your mate, like we are not even in a competition. Because if we want to even compete, it's not a country like South Africa that we should compete with. No. And if you are thinking out all, you ask the Home Affairs, please, while you people are demanding for Chidimma's birth certificate, you guys should also bring the woman to fall who you have said the mother stole her identity. And it's surprising how a whole country like South Africa, identity will be stolen, and then they will give the name, and the person will be bearing the same name. Even if they are twins, their fingerprints cannot be the same. Even if they are twins, maybe their voice is the same, their face is the same, at least their fingerprints will be different. It's on very rare occasions that you see someone with the same fingerprint with another. It's very rare. Very, very rare. So please, Home Affairs, come forward. Show us the woman whose identity was stolen. Chidimma will show you her birth certificate, because South Africans are demanding for her birth certificate. So I thought by now we would have gone past this stage, but because you guys are still bent on telling lies, falsifying stories, we are here to also give it to you guys, because we will not sit down and fold our hands and watch you disrespect a young girl who is trying to grow. Now she decides that no, she's not going into beauty contest again. She will still be in the beauty world, but she will go into runway. Hey, South Africans say, oh, Chidimma has run away from contest. She has run away, run away. Meanwhile, your own Mia ran away and none of you is talking about it. And you say, oh, if Mia had been given the opportunity to wear her costume, her national costume, she would have won, blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, what happened? Mia did not get any one. Mia did not, in fact, when she wore the costume, people were crying. Thank God she did not wear it on the Miss Universe stage. You people don't even have tradition. You don't even have customs. You don't. When you come to Nigeria, you will see. If you want to dress like a Do, you will. If you want to dress like a Kroshivera, you will. If you want to dress like someone from the north or from the east, from the south, you will. And we have a lot of costumes here. So we can pick anyone and make it represent us. So guys, you are not our mate. We know this.